The last point is that the amount of money you make is directly correlated with the difficulty of the problem that you solve. So Elon Musk was actually the first person I ever heard say this. It was a quote to the degree of, if you want to make more money, provide more value by solving harder problems. The mission of Tesla, to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, because we see what happens if we don't have sustainable energy, and Elon is extremely passionate about that. The mission of SpaceX is to make life multi-planetary. All of the missions of every company that Elon Musk has all solve a very big problem, and by consequence of that, he makes a lot of money. And so how does that translate to you? I'll give you an example. I knew a guy and he had a software company, and that software company did well. And it was a software company that basically did SMS chat. And so it facilitated a chat between a prospect and a company that wanted to acquire that prospect. And it just wasn't like growing like somebody would want it to. And to me, I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, it's a good tool. At the same time, there's like 30 other tools that solve that problem. He wants to do a deal with me because we were one of the biggest customers of this platform. And so when he comes out there, he actually presents me with something completely out of nowhere. He says, I've actually started a different company. I just wanted to bring it to you because I started this new protein bar. And I was like, oh, a protein bar, very interesting. And I'm thinking to myself, this is probably gonna fail because there's so many protein bars out there. Little did I know, I took one bite of that protein bar and I was like, fuck, I never wanna eat another protein bar again. It didn't taste like a protein bar and it didn't have whey protein in it. And I was like, holy shit, this is gonna blow up. Why? The problem that it was solving is a problem that no other protein bars in the market had solved, which is that all of them gave you a stomachache, tasted like shit, and had a lot of calories. His was the lowest calories I'd ever seen, didn't taste like protein, didn't give me a stomachache. This company, the tech company that he had, actually ended up just floating along, and then he sold it off for like a couple $1 million. This company blew the fuck up and gave him a multi-9-figure payday because he solved a harder problem. You are directly paid in proportion to the difficulty of the problem that you solve. I was a personal trainer, and the most that I maxed out at was making 6 figures a year. And that's because I taught people how to eat right and exercise. So I'm helping them solve the problem, but I'm not like fully solving it. If you take it a next step further, let's look at something like Ozempic. How much more money does the creator of Ozempic make than personal trainer Layla? You just give somebody a medicine and then they aren't hungry and therefore they lose weight. It's the same problem, but we're removing the amount of pain they have to incur to have it solved. That is why somebody who creates Ozempic is going to make more money than somebody who creates a workout program. The amount of pain someone has to endure to get the solution. Again, value is created when you create a better solution or you remove more pain from the solution. And so in this instance, right, what I realized was like, oh my gosh, I might have solved the problem, but they have to incur so much pain in order for it to be solved. It's not that valuable. A lot of people stay stuck making less money because what they don't recognize is that they're solving either problems that don't create a lot of value or they're solving problems no differently than somebody else.